Hello YouTube, my name's Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. That was the create class we're using throughout the entirety of this video, taking suggestions from you guys. You said, why not just show the class at the beginning of the gameplay and then just talk about the class throughout the gameplay rather than, going on for 4 minutes about the create class and then showing the gameplay. So it works out pretty well. I think that's going to be a good system. I showed you guys the class there at the very beginning. You guys can go back and pause on that if you want to, as well as I'm going to discuss it throughout the entirety of this video. So it's pretty cool. What we got going on in this DNA bomb is actually going to be a game of domination here on the map Greenband using the BAL-27, and the BAL-27, guys, so many submissions. Like, I gotta say, all but like 2 submissions this week were with the BAL-27. It was like so many of them. Everyone's just doing ridiculously well with this gun. Hopefully, in all honesty, a nerf comes through with this gun. We get a quad feed right there. A nerf comes through with this gun relatively soon, so that we can get a little bit more weapon variety here in Advanced Warfare. But I gotta say, man, if it's the most powerful gun in the game, everyone else is using it, I can't blame other people for wanting to use it because everyone's using it as a whole. It's one of those things. So I don't really care too much if people submit the BAL-27 DNA bomb gameplay, but still, I'd prefer if they didn't at some point because just so many of them have been submitted. This one was sent in by a guy named Kingsley Bros, who is a relatively new channel here on YouTube, but he already has some really good gameplay on his channel. Like I said, we're playing some domination here on Greenband, and I've got some notes I want to make about Greenband, if I may. This map, in a lot of respects, reminds me of High Rise from Modern Warfare 2. Those of you guys that played High Rise in Modern Warfare 2, you may see some similarities. Look at the fact we're on top of a rooftop. Look at the fact that when you're playing domination, or really any objective-based game mode, the opposing team, if you have most of the objectives, is going to spawn within a building. Like, for example, right now, his team has C and B. Right now, the enemy team only has A. Where do they spawn when they have A? Anyone know? They spawn inside that building. It's a lot like High Rise in that respect, where if they only have one flag, they're going to be spawning in a building, and it's up to them to be able to bust out of that building and start getting some flags, and it's the job of the other team to try and keep them in that building and set up kind of a spawn trap in a way. So I thought it was pretty interesting. I didn't really think about it too much, but the more I've played domination on this map, I've realized, hey, it is pretty similar to High Rise in some respects, but it's kind of hard for me to see that kind of thing and like notice similarities in domination playstyles between maps when I'm almost exclusively a search and destroy player at this point in Advanced Warfare. It's just, the search and destroy is so good. It's fun to play. You level up so ridiculously fast. I'm having a hard time finding the motivation to play other game modes in this game. But the class setup we're using right here is a pretty unconventional setup, I would say, for the BAL-27. The BAL-27 setup I see all the time, like in public matches when I see people using it, is red dot sight, foregrip, and adjustable stock. What we're using on this BAL-27, which is a basic stock BAL-27, there's no variants of this being used in this video. He's using suppressor, extended mags, and stock, which I personally also use suppressor, but I usually just use grip and suppressor, but he's using extended mag and stock rather than having like a foregrip on there or anything like that. The perks we're using are going to be lightweight, which is just nice to be able to move around faster. It's one of the perks I definitely recommend. I also recommend low profile whenever you can use that as well. He's got peripherals, which is a perk I never use. It basically makes the minimap kind of like the minimap from Call of Duty Ghost. If you like the minimap system they had in that game, because it's a lot different than your traditional minimap, then if you use peripherals, you're going to have the exact same kind of minimap. And for the third perks, we're using Blast Suppressor and Scavenger, which Scavenger for more ammo, that's an obvious thing, as well as Blast Suppressor, which is like the best freaking perk in the game. I love it. That perk is just so amazingly good. And you'll see throughout the entirety of this gameplay, it's really about where the enemy team is spawning, go towards where the enemy is spawning, and start shooting at people. Now, it's unlike older Call of Duties in domination, because in this game, I think we can all agree, it's a lot more fast-paced. I don't know if it's because of the exo movement, I don't know if it's because of how fast people can move around, or just what's going on with it, but it seems like flags and domination really change hands a lot, which you'll see throughout this gameplay. It's not like you would see, like in Call of Duty Ghost Chem Strike videos, where people would just, like, hang out on the A flag, like on Warhawk, and just murder everybody and then get themselves a quick Chem Strike. It's not like that. Like, he's moving around the entirety of the map because the flags are constantly changing hands, and it's really kind of hard to, I don't know, try to keep up it sometimes. I've definitely found that it's kind of hard to keep up and find the right amount of traffic. Me personally, I haven't seen like a ton of kills while playing domination. Momentum, you can get a lot of kills, sure, but in domination, I'm having a hard time like getting those games, 60, 70 kills. So we pick up the DNA bomb right there, which is pretty nice. Unfortunately, the team he's playing on is not exactly Not exactly good. He's only playing with one friend, so he's got his friend as well as the rest of the team is just full of like random people and whatnot. So because of that, it was kind of hard to hold on to the flags. Of course, he was not exactly capturing a ton of flags himself, but I've defended this so many times. Like if you're on, a 15 kill streak, a 20 kill streak, and you're murdering everyone that comes in your way, I would definitely say that it's more up to the rest of the team while you're kind of slaying them all down, trying to stop them from capturing flags. It's kind of up to the rest of the team to try and stop them from capturing the flags and for them to actually go and capture the flags while he was en route to his DNA bomb. And I don't blame him. I mean, that late into the game, they're already down by a lot, and he finds himself like on a 10+ kill streak. I just would have went for the DNA bomb too. That game was kind of a lost cause. His teammates were not exactly helping in a lot of different respects. But there we are, a final score of 58 kills and 6 deaths. We did have 3 captures. We did have 3 defends, which was a pretty nice gameplay overall. It's just a real shame that his team couldn't actually pull out the win. But I gotta say, man, as someone that really cares about winning in Call of Duty, I always try and win all the time, I do find myself caring a little bit less about winning in Advanced Warfare just because of the combat records and how they're broken. I think that's a big reason why it's like during Call of Duty Ghosts, during Black Ops 2, I was always like, we gotta win everything. But here in Advanced Warfare, it's like, what's the point? My win-loss ratio is like a 0.27 because the game is glitched. So, I don't know. I still like to win. I still prefer people win. But regardless, it was still a pretty nice gameplay. Thank you to Kingsley Bros for sending that in. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of DNA Saturday. And if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And if you guys would like to go ahead and submit your guys' DNA bomb for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, simply watch this video right here. Instead of explaining it, like going on for like a minute and explaining every single video, I'm just going to link you guys. There's a video right there. If you have annotations enabled on your browser, you can go ahead and just click the video on your screen. It'll take you right to it. Or if you're on mobile or you don't have annotations, you can click the link in the video description. It'll take you over to the video. I made a nice short video showing you everything you need to do to be able to submit your videos, as well as give you guys tips and whatnot that what I'm looking for when I'm going through DNA bomb gameplay and stuff like that. So watch that video, definitely helpful, and you'll be able to submit your video for next week's episode of DNA Saturday. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out Kingsley Bros, unlike the name kind of implies, it doesn't appear to be ran by 2 brothers by the last name of Kingsley, which that's what I thought when I saw Kingsley Bros. I'm like, oh, cool, 2 brothers that are like making a show. But it appears to only be one person that's doing it, and one person is really kind of running the channel as a whole. It's a new channel, having been posting for just under 3 months or so, and over there he's already got some pretty freaking great gameplay. Man, it's already got 3 DNA bombs on his channel, which is pretty freaking nice. Like for me, like I may have hit a 20 kill streak once, but I haven't gotten anywhere close to a DNA bomb, because that's a 30. That's kind of crazy, But I think a part of that is the fact that I'm almost exclusively a search and destroy player at this point, like I talked about earlier in the video. It's a fun game mode, and you rank up so quick. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I really don't see a point in playing other game modes. He's already got 3 DNA bombs over on his YouTube channel, which is pretty freaking nice. The videos he has are pretty good. He's a newer channel. He's only been posting, like I said, for just under 3 months, so give him a look. And if you're interested in some great gameplay, he's going to have it, because he's got some of Chem Strike stuff from Call of Duty Ghosts left over, and he's also got DNA bombs, stuff like that, as well as just good gameplay in general here in Advanced Warfare. So he's a new channel. Go and check him out if you wish, and you may like his stuff. Who knows? You may like his stuff. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.